for instrument players, for drummers or something like that? Something you'd like to know? How many feet he has? About 4 or 5?
Hi, this question's for Mr. Gambale. Frank, I wanted to know, probably 1980s and 1990s, you had a series of nominations at the Grammys, and you also played with Mr. Chick Corea and Electrica Band. So I was wondering, how was the experience, and what did it actually, what is your involvement when playing with the legendary Corea? What was your involvement like as a musician?
Well, I just finished 2 weeks with Chick a few days ago. We played in New York City for 2 weeks, and I was fortunate enough to be involved with 2 bands in 2 different weeks. One band was the Electric Band, and then the following week was another band he calls the Leprechaun Band, which played music from his earlier recordings. And I mean, Chick Corea is a jazz legend. I mean, there's no question that he is one of the greatest piano players of all time. I mean, and composer. I mean, he will be remembered as one of the great composers, as you would remember Debussy or Beethoven. In my estimation, he is as great. And so, obviously, it's an honor, and it's like going to university and studying full-time when you play with Chick Corea. I've learned, I can't even imagine how much I've learned. It's so much, just from being close and seeing his scores and learning his music and understanding his music has been a tremendous learning experience. I've been a big fan since I was 13 years old, so you can imagine my joy is about the only word I can express in playing with him. It's a joy. And a lot of pressure. It's a very difficult gig. And music is very hard, and it's extremely it's always challenging. Every song has something difficult, physically, harmonically, to challenge music. He challenges himself, and then as a result of that, we are all challenged to the peak of our abilities to be able to play that music. And so I'm glad I don't do it all the time, otherwise I'd probably have a nervous breakdown. So I get it in small doses nowadays. You know, we do a tour for a few months and then I can do other things. And, it's really hard to maintain that level of intensity the whole time, you know. But it's an honor and a great pleasure, and definitely, you know, even the last 2 weeks I just did was probably one of the highest levels, you know, of pleasure, enjoyment, and craft that I've had in my entire life. The last 2 weeks were just incredible. So, I think that's an answer of sorts. Anybody else want to say something? Any other questions?